Hello, everyone. Let me turn up my brightness first. Because, boy, I cannot see you hardly. I'll probably have to go back inside. Okay. I think that should be good. And just let you know, my neighbor across diagonal to us is um, renovating their house and stuff. Okay. Hello, everyone. Did any of us die yesterday due to the eclipse? Was there a rapture? Was there flooding? Was there anything else that happened? No. I mean, obviously people died yesterday because people die every damn day. Anyways, I wanted to come on here the day after. Hello. The day after the eclipse, because I kind of thought it was necessary to do that. And this all started yesterday. Right before I woke up, I had a dream of my area that I live in being flooded, like world-ending flood. And I had to leave my parents at home, and I traveled somewhere, I don't know where. And it was kind of like 2012, you know, how they had like ships and stuff. So I was waiting to get on a ship, and I found one of my cousins there too. And I don't know exactly what happened and stuff. I just remember those parts. But when I woke up, of course, I had a little, not anxiety at the moment, but just a little inkling of worry, because, like, you know, it's the eclipse and all the people, Christians, New Agers, witches, pagans, and stuff talking about how bad it is, and the rapture's happening or happening soon, yada yada yada. And I barely watched any of that content. Very sparsely. I would say like less than like 5 videos of that, and I'm also talking about like TikToks, YouTube Shorts, stuff like that. And even with that minimal amount, I still had a dream on the eclipse that was apocalyptic, and caused me anxiety for about half the day. Even though I took the what's the word? Not mental. The more educated stance on it. And that shows you, even if you the logical mind, even if you have the logical mind and evidence, you can still have anxiety. Like my anxiety, like at the worst was like maybe like a 6, 7. And it got to the point to where I could feel like the throwing up was a possibility at some point if it got worse. Like you know how sometimes you can like taste it. I was tasting it, and I'm like, what the hell? So it was not the best for that part, but throughout the day it dwindled, and I still have some spikes of anxiety now, and it's the day after. And I was and due to that dream, I posted on my Instagram account for this YouTube account. Sorry. Okay. I made a post because I felt like I needed to say it. And frankly, this is one of my most popular posts recently. And by popular, I mean, hi, baby. 5 hearts, 2 comments, and 1 save. And it reached 42 people. Impressions is 43. It reached 27 followers and 15 non-followers on Instagram, which is freaking amazing. Which I'm not surprised, because I knew it was a hot button issue. And I wasn't doing it for the views, likes, and comments and stuff. The views, yes, because I wanted to let people know this stuff. So this is what I'm going to try and see if I can get it on here so you can kind of see what it looks like. It's my newest post. It's right after my pinned post about my mom's death. So, Eclipse reminder. If you are having dreams of apocalypse at this time with eclipse happening today, the earthquake in New York and New Jersey, plus the Statue of Liberty being struck by lightning, you may have been consuming too much apocalyptic Christian and Christian influenced New Agers. They are fear-mongering. New Agers, they are fear-mongering. I just woke up from a dream where my part of the world flooded. I haven't watched a ton of fear-mongering videos about the eclipse, but I still had an apocalyptic dream. The brain is going to do brain things. So the apocalyptic dream you had may not be a psychic dream. And I'll kind of get into that a little bit if I remember to mention this, because I kind of scripted out a little something here. Statue of Liberty gets struck by lightning multiple times a year. Earthquakes happen. It's just perfect timing. Also, that account, the accounts that partake in this apocalyptic stance on the eclipse. The account knows that they will get views, just like mine did. I knew it was going to get views because it's a huge thing. But again, my post was in a good place. They'll get views if they post that kind of stuff. It's a business. This has happened many times before. So please, for your own mental health, stop consuming fear-mongering content. And then I made the caption. I just woke up eclipse reminder with 2 sirens on the side. I just woke up from a dream on the day of the eclipse, where my part of the world is flooded. As soon as I woke up, I knew I had to make this post. This dream is activating my anxiety, aka fear. I have not watched, listened to, or read a lot of apocalyptic posts about the eclipse, but yeah, it still happened. So I am using my coping mechanisms to deal with this anxiety. I just want to give reminders to everyone. If you're consuming a lot of this negative and fear-mongering content, and you have a dream about it, about it, and you think, is it psychic? It most likely isn't. The brain is going to brain. If you consume a lot of specific content, then your brain will filter it through while you sleep. Plus, this is playing off of your confirmation bias. Just look it up. Because I don't want this to be too long. The Statue of Liberty gets struck by lightning multiple times a year. The only reason why it and the earthquake went viral is because of the perfect timing that these two occurrences happened very close to the eclipse. Fear-mongering Christians and fear-mongering New Agers also shows put witches and pagans, but did not help with this. I saw a TikTok where a New Ager did a reading on the spiritual meaning behind Statue of Liberty getting struck by lightning. And I immediately swiped up because I know that the statue gets struck by lightning multiple times a year. And I decided to look at the comments of that video, and and some people were saying psychic dreams and having dreams and blah blah blah, and oh. So This narrative has been going on for thousands of years. My anxiety is also saying, well, what if you're wrong? We just don't know. I could say all this as a coping mechanism because you don't want to face what we, as a species, will die today. And I wasn't planning on doing that part, but I thought it would be a nice, well-rounded approach in post. Because I know people will have those thoughts as well. If I'm having those thoughts, other people are as well. So I just wanted to do it as like confirmation. These accounts know that these types of videos go viral, so they are participating in it to earn more views, likes, shares, follows, subscribers, etc. Some of these people might not even believe in this type of thing. Please stop consuming fear-mongering content and practice your coping mechanisms. So that's what I said for that. And these points will be discussed a little bit further in my little script that I have here. Okay. And this live was actually more inspired by my friend, the Bougie Mystic. He had a live yesterday. And of course, since it was the Eclipse, we talked about it and stuff. And I mentioned to him that I made a post about it, which I just read to you. And I didn't agree with them. Which that's one of the things that I'm trying to heal and mend, because kind of growing up that if people, even like friends, don't agree with you, then they might be mad, angry, want to not be your friend anymore. But I know it's not that complex of an issue, so I think he'll still be friends with me, because he seems more mature than that type of thinking. Oh, I think that's the mailman. Yay! Hopefully, he has my book. Finally, it's been almost 3 fucking weeks. Anyways, and part of his stance was about how he was kind of like supporting the religious narrative of apocalyptic teachings and stuff. And I'm like, yes, I get it, but also get into this more. And he said, because I use fearmongering in my comments, but he said he doesn't believe it's fearmongering, and he kind of went into it a little bit. So I decided to start off this video with the definition of fearmongering. Fearmongering is a noun, the action, and this is the first thing that when you Google it pops up. Like, I think it's like used by Oxford Dictionary. The action of deliberately arousing public fear or alarm about a particular issue. Oof, excuse me. And this is kind of where it goes into my my argument against my friend's argument. Just because just because we love, follow, or show respect for religion does not mean we cannot criticize that religion. And I try to get this organized as much as possible. I believe in today's day and age of modern technology, having the internet, one has to be responsible. It is too easy to have misinformation and fear spread all throughout the web, because that's what the government, the media and stuff do. Just look it up. Fear is used a lot to get the views, the likes, and stuff. Come on. Oh, when I'm done with this, I need to put in the resources that I used, and I forgot to add one. But it was talking about how fear is the most used, like emotion, to get some form of influence from us. It is not the times of early Christianity, nor is it 400 years ago, where it would take weeks, months, and possibly years to get news and updates about things. Now it takes seconds, hours, days to get news and updates. So there has to be some form of responsibility, because to me that seems very logical about because they didn't have this technology, the internet, the web. They just had paper and horses and camels and boats and donkeys and stuff to travel to other places. So it would take that amount of time to where it would take longer for that fear, hatred, control, etc. To grow. But now it's, like I said, seconds to have that fear and hatred, resentment, and stuff grow. Sorry, I just had that pop up. Now I know that the statement that I just said is a dream. Um, I know that not everyone on the internet will do this. I would like to expect them to do, but that's a fantasy. NASA's website says, and I quote, anywhere from 4 to 7 times a year, our Earth, Moon, and Sun line up just right to create the cosmic scale shadow show known as an eclipse. The moon's orbit around the Earth is tilted relative to Earth's orbit around the Sun. This tilt is the reason why we have occasional eclipses instead of eclipses every month. And I'm doing this to educate people. Um, so that's why I want to provide credible resources like NASA. Eclipses are not rare occurrences. Fear-mongering Christians, New Agers, witches, and pagans say it's the end of the world, the rapture will occur, or something bad will happen. They do this every single time there is an eclipse. So, if you haven't been online for long enough, then, if you've been online long enough, then you would know that every eclipse season, people just run with the fear. And frankly, I would expect better from the New Agers, witches, and pagans, the spiritual community. But haven't deconstructed um, fear and cults and stuff. Like I'm still deconstructing and learning all this stuff, so I'm not an expert, but I just know a little bit more. NASA also says during the 20th century CE, so 1900 to 2000 or something, or 1999. Um, so during the 20th century CE, Earth experienced 228 solar eclipses, which yesterday was a solar eclipse. So 228, not that special, not that rare. 228 times that an apocalypse or end times or rapture could have happened. The mail came. Okay. He came out with a whole thick wad of these. And like, holy shit, is that our mail? Because I know I've been checking every day. That can be ours. But anyways. Still haven't gotten my package. Okay. So 228 times when the apocalypse, the rapture, whatever else theories are out there, conspiracy theories come true or whatever, but they did not. The Bible wasn't supposed to be taken literally, and I don't know how there can still be so many people in the part of Christianity, and I think it might be evangelical Christians. I'm not sure. The denomination that pushes the solar eclipse apocalyptic or rapture sentiment belief. I don't know how people can still think, oh, but we had a few within the last few years, but every time it happens, they say, oh, this is going to happen and stuff, but nothing has happened. So, like, either it's fake or they're lying or something else. So, I don't know how they are losing numbers faster. And I'm not hating these religions, even though I do hate what they're doing. Some of the people and denominations are doing. So, okay, how can someone still believe the fear-mongering agenda? It's due to being uneducated, and the people posting these videos are most likely, and the people posting these videos most likely know this, being uneducated, that the audience is uneducated, especially in the Christian, New Age, whatever community. But they are possibly uneducated themselves, which I would say that's the majority of them, since they are so deeply ingrained in anti-science and stuff. Cute bird, our birds. So they believe in the creationist theory and stuff. You can, and this, I try to bring in nuance and gray thinking, not black and white thinking. So, I thought of this part when I was trying to fall asleep last night, and I'm actually surprised that I didn't take longer to fall asleep. Because sometimes if I have an idea or a thought that runs through my head, it takes like 20 minutes plus to fall asleep. So this is super thought out. So I just wanted to preface that. Like there might be more gray and nuance in this argument, but I haven't thought of it yet. And if you have an idea, put it down in the comments. Excuse me, sorry. You cannot be anti-anxiety, as in, that you believe that anxiety exists and you support anti-anxiety medicine and treatments, but also be pro fear-mongering. And I get that from my friend who, and he wasn't saying that he's fear-mongering and stuff, because he wasn't talking. He was like, oh, what did you guys do? And what he did on that yesterday. So he wasn't just saying that, but he was, from my understanding, he was like saying let them be and stuff. And like some sort of fear mongering is okay and stuff, which, yeah, some fear mongering is okay. For instance, all the folklore of a certain body of water having a water spirit or a demon or whatever, and that's to scare off kids, fear mongering, putting fear into the children to not go to the body of that body of water because they can drown. That's okay. But I also kind of feel iffy about that too, because I would prefer not to have it instill fear. like that. But anyways, I think it's okay. Where is that? Okay, it's like right there. Where are you? Okay, there you are. There you go. Okay, kind of better, I guess. Not really. Anyways, so some low scale fear mongering is okay. But that to me is a different context. That is okay, this thing will kill you, or possibly can kill you. The water, too deep, the caves, too dark, etc. And back then you only had fucking candles and stuff. Those could be easily be blown out. Don't go into the woods at night. That's okay. That's trying to save someone's life. But on the other hand, doing it religiously, inciting fear on trying to get numbers, repent for what you've done, because it's nigh. The end of the world's nigh and is happening in a few moments or whatever. And what else was I going to say? Trying to get the numbers up, trying to save their souls, but you know me, I was going to say a Christian, but no, I'm a Hellenic pagan. I'm a an eclectic witch. I believe all the gods are real, not just my gods, but I'm talking about every religion that there is. Well, not necessarily the modern ones, I would say. Like the spaghetti monster, I don't think he's real because I think that religion isn't. I think that's just like for fun. So, anyways, but I think the gods, goddesses, and stuff are real. But anyways, I think that's different. Because, like I was saying, it's not the ancient times anymore. It takes time to send that message to other believers and non-believers, etc. But nowadays, we have the internet. It can go viral, like it does every time there's an eclipse. So there's a responsibility that we should have and uphold too, because it is a different time. And my friend did mention that one of his favorite witchy YouTubers, Jasmine Ambrosio, did do a video on something like this. I haven't watched it yet, and I'll watch it. I don't know what's going to be on there. But anyways, you cannot be anti-anxiety, as in you believe that anxiety exists and you support anti-anxiety medicine and treatments, but also be pro-fear-mongering. By definition, anxiety is a form of fear. So, and I have this emotions wheel. This is the best emotions wheel that I've seen, and I forget the creator, but this is my in my opinion the best emotions wheel. So there are about 7 base emotions: fearful, anger or angry, disgusted, sad, happy, surprised, and bad. So for where's it? Fearful? Here's fearful, this yellow one right here, and it goes out into like one emotion each, and then they branch off into 2 more. And as you can tell, anxious is a part of fear. And when you yeah, that's what I was saying. Anxiety is a part of fear. And anxiety goes to overwhelmed and worried. So, I think, like it can go from in and out. I can also think that it can go from out to in, because I can feel worried at like from a scale of 1 to 10. I can be worried from like 1 to 2, anxious 3 to 5, and then fearful 6 to 10. That's like an example. I'm still trying to like map that out for myself. So, um, and this is a part of a book, I believe. I don't know what it's called. So, but anxiety is stemmed from fear, because I heard this about like 2 months ago or something. I wish I saved it, but anxiety is the fear of the future, and regret, I think it was, is the fear of the past. I don't know. But I liked it. And I'm only saying this point is because a lot of witches and pagans are pro mental health. So I'm just like saying that, like, and I know these two people are pro mental health. So and again, like I said, I hadn't watched Jasmine Zambrosia's video, so I am not aware of her talking points, her reasonings and stuff. So I'm not really commenting on that, but I am in a way slightly commenting on that, but I'm like more on my friends commenting. But yeah. mentalhealthfoundation.com.uk says, and I quote, fear is arguably, okay, so I did write it down, arguably our most powerful emotion. It is critically important in dictating how we think, feel, and behave. Oh yeah. The article that I thought was fearmongering and religion. So if I remember correctly, I will add that as well. And I haven't read it. I only read the first 2 paragraphs. But okay. Like all the basic emotions, it has evolved to ensure our survival and protects us from all sorts of harm. But it can also cause us harm. And that's kind of like where I ended the quotation. And this part is, I saw a TikTok of a woman doing a psychic reading on a spiritual reason why the Statue of Liberty got struck by lightning. And yeah, just talking about how uneducated she was, and I do really need to unfollow her. I followed her like 2020 or so, and I'm not super into TikTok, so I haven't watched her in a while. So yeah, at first I thought she was pretty neat because the first video I saw of her, but she is one of the too woo-woo, the too ungrounded, too uneducated, you can say as well, for some things. Okay. Earthquakes occur every day, but not at the magnitude that New York and New Jersey regularly get. Because part of the whole thing is those states and others too got a like 4.5 earthquake or something. And then the Statue of Liberty got struck by lightning all around the time of the eclipse. The website, the Northeast States Emergency Consortium, I don't know, never heard of that, states, since the first earthquake that probably took place on December 19th, 1737. New York has had over 550 earthquakes centered within its state boundaries since through 2016. So obviously it's more than that now because that was 2016. Add 8 more years to that, so it's not an occurrence. Arizona has hundreds of earthquakes a year, but they're so small that they don't even register on the Richter scale. So learned that in one of my science classes, senior year of high school. Well, I already knew that, but anyways, not that important. And this is kind of, I guess, the end of the video. Humans are superstitious creatures, so that makes sense why there's so much fear mongering and stuff around. But it's also uneducated people talking about this, and to have a closed mindset about the world and how the world works and stuff. So yeah, I kind of thought we would go on a little bit more after this. Can I think of any more thoughts? I would definitely love to have comments about this, or like VRs even, and especially about my friend too. I'm going to send him this. Let's get his thoughts on this through the like text, comment, VR, whatever. 'Cause I'm definitely not like um, hating him or his view or whatever. I just think it's wrong, but you know, not everyone's gonna have the same opinion as you. And if everyone had the same opinion as you, then what is it for, anyways? To have an opinion, and to find someone who has 1% of your viewpoint on things is very rare and or never. So, and that's when I thought this video was kind of going to be in my like new series I've been planning, to where I talk more about my thoughts and opinions on witchcraft community, spiritual community, religion, usually Christian stuff, paganism, um, drama, whatever. Um, Obviously, still being more witchy and pagan centered content, but I'm getting sick and fucking tired of not voicing my opinions. I can feel it being built up, and I don't want to explode on anyone. So, and I know some opinions will fucking piss off someone. Because, I mean, opinions piss off like everyone. Well, not everyone, but like, I would say like half population, I would say. Like maybe, I don't know. But, if I like a plant, someone's not going to like it. Someone's going to hate mint chocolate chip ice cream. I love it. I didn't quite like Godzilla Kong the New Empire. People are going to say, no, you're wrong. I loved it and stuff. So, I don't know, I'll get into it more. Like, I thought that this video was going to be like the first one in the series, unplanned first one. But I just needed to get this out on the day after the eclipse. But I think it was needed to be said. What else is there? And I like how because I have been seeing some changes due to the occult T tag. I've seen a couple people, including myself, are voicing their opinions more on certain topics and stuff. And I think that goes really well with my series as well, which has been in the works for months. I just need to write down all my ideas and stuff and write out like a script or something. Because it's not right that we are oppressed to not voice our own opinions about the community. I think it should be criticized. I think all communities should be criticized to keep them in check. I was going to say keep them in place, which kind of goes along with keeping them in check, but they need to keep grounded and stuff. So I think this is my input on keeping the community grounded in the real world. And literally this morning, when I was every morning and every night, I sit in my dad's bed going through his medicines to put in his applesauce. And this morning, I was in the middle of doing it, and he sits on his bed because I'm on the left side. He's on the right side. And this morning, I said, "Hey," and he looks at me. What? We didn't die. There was no rapture, no apocalypse, and we survived. And he's like, "Yeah." And actually, my original plan last night was to wait until 12, like 12 o'clock and 1 second after, to make a whole post saying, "Hey, what? We're all still here. There was no rapture, no apocalypse. So, was that fearmongering necessary? Has there been patterns of this?" Which obviously there is, because I did mention about all the recent 228 eclipses, solar eclipses alone. That's excluding lunar eclipses. And I would say, I think it's the same amount, because I think they alternate. So, so 456? Yeah, 456 eclipses, I believe, in total, within the last 100 years alone. So, like I said, either they're fear-mongering, or the Bible isn't supposed to be taken literal. Or, if I would go that way, or the Bible's fake. But I'm on the stance of it not being taken literal. But I decided not to post that Instagram post. Instead, I wanted to do this when I woke up. And I actually went to bed pretty early last night. It was like 10:07. I've been going to bed between 11 and like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock lately. So, what else can I... Is there something else about the eclipse and whatnot? And obviously, I was thinking of making that post and whatnot. And I was thinking of pre-making that post a few hours before 12 midnight, 0.1 second after, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours before. And I'm like, no, I've seen too many movies and scenarios and stuff to where it'd be hubristic kind of me to do that. And And I've seen, in real life and in movies and stuff to where you do something and then the opposite fucking happens. So, I'm like, no, I'm gonna wait until after. And then again, that's coming off of fear too. The fear of me creating it and it fucking happens anyways. And I was right the whole time of not listening to myself. And this is also kind of, I guess you can kind of play off of the idea that Christianity and Jude, Jude, Abrahamic, Judeo Christian, Abrahamic, Islamic, etc. Religions make you not trust yourself. Put the trust in other people, the priests, God, Jesus, priest, father, etc., rabbi, whatever. So you lose a sense of listening to yourself because other people know better than you and more than you. God knows all, Jesus knows all, whatever else that they say. But yeah. Ooh, 45 minutes and 55 seconds into the video. I think that's it, but I feel like there's something more. But I'm not sure. So I'm going to end it here. Like I said, please comment, make a VR, and just to let you know, keep it civil. I don't want any derogatory comments, names, and stuff when it's not the time or place topic to do so. Because I don't want to say I'll delete it, but I'm not going to read it. Or if I read it, I might dislike it. So be respectful, no hate. Some criticism, sure, but I'm like, no harsh words. You're an idiot, blah blah blah. Where's the proof? But please voice your thoughts, opinions, and stuff down below. VR, tag me on Instagram if you make an Instagram post, whatever. I'll see you next time. Have a good day. I hope you did well yesterday during the eclipse. And the fearmongering will continue, probably forever, or at least until our species die out or come to the fucking senses that every time there's an eclipse, this fucking happens, but yet nothing fucking happens. So, part of this is frustration, rightfully so, I would say, because it's fucking stupid. Or someone who has anxiety, takes anxiety medicine and stuff. Because I did get one comment on this, on my Instagram post. Let me see what she said. And she did like my reply to her as well. Because I think I understood what she meant. Oh yeah, I fucking love Freedom from Religion Foundation. I follow them on Instagram, and I add their posts, almost every post that they like, their new posts to my Instagram story almost every time, and they do seem to like the story because it's their own content. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I got 2 comments. I just had a new one about 13 hours ago. But I think it was this morning when I found out that it was a comment. Okay. This woman says, no, because the amount of apocalypse/nuking nightmares I've had recently is insane. With an emoji. But I also can't help but notice a specific amount of reels that were being recommended to me as well during all of this, with 2 other emojis, with the like raised eyebrow one. Ooh, a raven. Hello. I hear back there somewhere. Wow. So with the raised eyebrow and the monocle, one. There he is. Hello, baby. And then the newer one was peace be with you, with 4 prayers emojis and 2 pink hearts and 1 light blue heart and 1 dark blue heart, or medium blue heart. So to me, her comment, the original one, and I did comment, like I said. Let me go to my comment. Yep, even just seeing so much and not even clicking on it can have effects, and she liked that, like I said. So even not even interacting with it and just seeing them, and I would have liked to have asked her like how many times or like how long she's had those dreams and stuff, because we did just have lunar eclipse on the 25th of March, and about like a week, no, like 2 weeks to like a month or whatever before the beginning of the eclipse season happens, the fearmongering people come out of the woodworks. Open the doors and let them run around. So it starts somewhat early. So you're kind of predisposed, I would say, to that. And then it kind of gets ramped up as time goes on. So kind of finding that correlation between the time of when they start and when they start and when the fear mongering starts, and if the dreams start to continue or get more and more as time goes on to the closer to the date of the eclipse or what. I just wish I can cast out a net to people to do like a survey and stuff for that, so we can have some form of possible evidence on this stuff. But I don't have the resources for that. So, 52 minutes, 23 seconds. Okay, I think I've said my piece for this subject. I've been thinking of starting a TikTok account to speak some of this out on there too, or at least like get a snippet of my video and put it on there. I don't know, because I feel like I could reach more people on TikTok, but that's supposed to be like shut down or whatever, and stealing information and whatnot. So yeah, we shall see. Have a good day. You didn't die. The world did not end. There was no rapture either. No flooding. Nothing of that. Oh yeah, and also I did watch the video yesterday, a short one, and they did mention that car accidents do occur more during the eclipse, because everyone's wanting to look up and blah 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 and whatever, so people are not fucking paying attention. So there's that. But again, that's not biblical or religious or supernatural or conspiratorial or whatever. It's just people being fucking stupid. What a surprise. The more you know. And schools, I also did see a TikTok about this guy. He's a teacher, or was a teacher, whatever. And he was doing a skit of like answering the phone, and it was funny too because he was in his car and he had a corded old phone. But the skit was talking about how a mom called to the school and saying, "Hey, I wasn't aware that today was no school day or half a day or something. I think it was no school day. I don't know. Due to the eclipse because it's more dangerous." Like I said about people getting in accidents and stuff. And she said, "Oh, I wasn't aware of this." And he he said, "Well, we made it aware of it 12 months ago, 11 months ago, 10 months ago, 9 months ago, 8 months ago, 7, 6, 5, 4 months ago, 3 months ago, 2 months ago, 1 month ago, 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago." I think that's all he said. Or maybe like the day before, whatever. So he said, "Since the school year, we have told you that this is going to occur." So, and I think that's the best idea to do, is to like have a short day or no school day on the day of the eclipses, because of the rise in accidents. So, yeah, I didn't see it, and I don't want to experience the solar eclipse or lunar eclipse because I didn't want to go blind. But I was on my way to a doctor's appointment or a nurse's appointment. Um, and when it was like totality or whatever, or the peak for my area, because we weren't in the totality range. I think we were at like 50% or something in Arizona. But I was inside of a building when it was at the height of it, the peak. And I didn't really see any difference. And on the way home, my driver mentioned that she barely saw any difference when she was driving on the road, looking at the road and stuff. So, yeah. Anyways, okay, this should be my last time saying bye. Bye. Like I said, comment, like, share, subscribe. Do a VR if you want to. Tag me in an Instagram post or like a community post on YouTube. Tag me. Do whatever. Have a good day. You survived. Yay. I survived. Yay. We all survived. That survived anyways. But anyways, bye. Oh, come on. Of course an ad pops up right before I click end live.